everyone, it's Maki. Today, I'd like to share a humorous and entertaining conversation between two creators. One of them is Ikuto Yamashita, the mechanical designer who was the main designer for the mobile suits that appear in the story of GQuuuuuuX. Of course, he also designed the LED mobile suit, GQuuuuuuX itself. He is also well known for serving as the main mechanical designer for the Evangelion series. The other person is Yasuyuki Tokumitsu. He is a Japanese manga artist. He loves the GUNDAM series and serialized the manga in Gundam, a magazine dedicated to the series. While introducing the exchange, I'll also share some information about the mobile suit designs that appeared in GQuuuuuuX. If you'd like, please consider joining my 99-cent monthly membership to support my channel. You'll receive a name badge and comment stamps. Now, let's get started. First, let's talk about Mr. Tokumitsu. He is deeply in love with the stories of the Universal Century series. His affection for the original 0079 is particularly astonishing. Many of the manga he serialized in Gundam were also heavily based on the original 0079. On January 22, he posted a photo of a dish he made on his X account. It was his personal take on Japanese curry. He arranged the ingredients into a design resembling the face of the mobile suit arm. Of all the mobile suits of the Zeon forces, he especially loves the arm. His manga are essentially comedies. Rather than being spin-offs of the story, they often depict a man expressing his love for the Gundam series in a comedic manner. He drew many manga from the perspective of what choices should the Zeon forces have made to defeat the Earth's Federation forces. Among the manga he drew, there were also many scenes that were extremely similar to GQuuuuuuX. The Zeon pilot infiltrating the space colony Site 7 should have chosen someone other than the young, hot-headed Jean. It would be cool to modify the emblem painted on the stolen Gundam shield to look like a Zeon emblem. Amazingly, his manga have been published in Gundam since around 2006. Nearly 20 years before the story of GQuuuuuuX began, he was already creating similar situations. Mr. Tokumitsu shared a short manga on his X account. It was basically about they reused my manga idea in GQuuuuuuX. In the past, Mr. Tokumitsu wrote a manga about the question, what kind of idea would be appropriate to strengthen the dome? In it, the idea is presented that a dome's legs are attached to the dome's back. The story comically depicts the concept of interpreting leg parts as thrusters and attaching them to allow performance improvements by reusing existing parts. The dome that appears in the story of GQuuuuuuX is equipped with a stud leg on its back. When Mr. Tokumitsu saw this design, he exclaimed, "They reused my idea!" But don't get the wrong idea. Mr. Tokumitsu isn't seriously angry about it. He is joking around and enjoying the fact that a similar idea surfaced. After spending 20 years seriously writing manga, he is not truly angry. If he were angry, he could easily file a legal complaint. He is talking about it in a style that's very much enjoying the story of GQuuuuuuX, like a festival. In response to Mr. Tokumitsu's comment, Mr. Yamashita posted a reply. What kind of answer did he give? Let's take a look at his comment. If you attach legs to the back, the posture when hovering using all the legs ends up looking uncool, so it might be an idea we won't adopt in GQuuuuuuX. Actually, there's a personal reason behind this. When I hover, I imagine the dome as a tank charging forward at full speed. Back when I was a student, I thought the dome's movement style was the most rational of all the mobile suits. That said, the idea of strengthening it by mounting large thrusters on its back is extremely cool. For a space-use rig dome, wouldn't adding more thrusters to its back be effective? Some people might think that way. But as someone who watched the original 0079, I believe that the dome and the space-use dome should look the same. Personally, I really value the surprise of realizing that it looks exactly the same even, though only the name changed. But in the movie, there are also added shots of extra thrusters being mounted. That was Mr. Yamashita's comment. Mr. Tokumitsu came up with the idea of adding legs to the back as a reinforcement modification plan for a space-use dome. Conversely, Mr. Yamashita came up with the idea of adding a third leg to the waist based on the concept that the dome should have the same appearance in space and on Earth. The first dome that appeared in the TV anime was the Earth-use version. After that, a space-use version called the Rig Dome appeared. However, despite the different name and setting, its appearance was exactly the same. This was also a measure to reduce the animators' workload. Mr. Yamashita incorporated these circumstances into the setting and designed the three-legged dome. In other words, it was revealed that in GQuuuuuuX, the Earth-use dome has the same appearance as the space-use one that appears in the story. While their designs may appear similar at first, they were created based on different philosophies. Mr. Tokumitsu has also expressed his desire to depict the backstory of the development of the GQuuuuuuX version of the dome as a manga. He has released a comical illustration showing the Zeon forces in the world of GQuuuuuuX developing the dome. It's unclear at this point whether his manga will be published as a new work. However, Mr. Tokumitsu announced on X that he has contacted the editorial department of GUNDAM GQuuuuuuX. His idea may now be under consideration among editorial staff. We may witness a fusion of ideas spanning 20 years. One of the great charms of the Gundam series is that interesting elements are born from exchanges between creators like this. Thank you for watching until the end. I'll see you in the next episode.